This is Dr. Scott Haggerty, and welcome to the Role of Immunity. I want to welcome everybody that is taking the time to be here today because I know many of us right now have a lot of questions about the immune system, about the function of the immune system. This is going to be a very concise, very pointed discussion about the way the immune system is built to work because I find that a lot of people are very confused about this topic right now. Let's start first and foremost by talking about what is the immune system. The immune system is a complex network of cells and organs that defends the body against infection. The main parts of the immune system are white blood cells, antibodies, the complement system, the lymphatic system, the spleen, the bone marrow, and the thymus. You can hear and feel the beating of your heart, you know it's working. The immune system, however, is always completely silent. Even though we are much less aware of our immune system, it is at work 24/7, protecting us from thousands of potentially deadly attacks every day. Let's examine the different lines of defense used by the immune system to help protect us. The first line of defense is known as innate immunity. This is a range of protective mechanisms that we are all born with. The innate immune system provides non-specific protection against various pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and worms. A number of defense mechanisms serve the innate immune system, which include physical barriers such as the skin, chemical barriers such as antimicrobial proteins that harm or destroy invaders, and cells that attack foreign cells and body cells harboring infectious agents. Before moving on to the second line of defense, let's delve a little bit deeper into the defense mechanisms of innate immunity. First, let's start with protective barriers. The skin is an external barrier made from layers of cells serving as a protective barrier to infection. Not only does skin provide a protective barrier to keep invaders out, but it also secretes fatty acids and enzymes. The fatty acid, oleic acid in particular, can kill certain bacteria, while the enzyme lysozyme can break down the outer cell wall of certain bacteria. Internally, mucous membrane linings of the respiratory, gastrointestinal, and genitourinary tracts provide a protective barrier of cells that are constantly being renewed. The membrane traps small particles to prevent them from attaching to cells. Another crucial aspect of innate immunity is chemical barriers to infection. When microbes penetrate the body's protective barriers and enter the internal tissue, they encounter a variety of chemical substances that attempt to prevent their growth. There are many mechanisms and cells by which chemicals work to harm and destroy invaders. These processes go beyond the scope of what we can discuss here. Just know they are continually on the lookout for foreign invaders and are ready to strike at any time. Early induced responses are the final process of innate immunity we're going to discuss today. Many of you are familiar with this response, but may have only heard of the dangers it can pose: inflammation. Inflammation can eliminate infection or hold it in check until specific acquired immune responses have time to develop. Infection often results in tissue damage, which may trigger an inflammatory response. The signs of inflammation include pain, swelling, redness, and fever, which are induced by chemicals released by tissues called macrophages. Inflammation is a healthy protective immune response. However, when chronic inflammation exists in the body, chronic disease can develop. The second line of defense is called acquired immunity. Acquired is named as such because you are not born with this form of immunity. It is acquired through exposure to pathogens. This line of defense is acquired from exposure to an infection or disease and another person's antibodies. It is well established that persons who contract certain diseases and survive generally do not catch these illnesses again. Let me restate that. It is well established that persons who contract certain diseases and survive generally do not catch these diseases again. This is made possible through mechanisms of acquired immunity. When your immune system is exposed to a pathogen, it learns to recognize it and can make your immune system better equipped to fight off that type of germ the next time you are exposed to it. Acquired immunity is dependent on the specialized white blood cells known as lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are the cells responsible for the body's ability to distinguish and react to an almost infinite number of different foreign substances. This is crucial for the times that we are living in, so please understand this. Acquired immunity does not go away. It lasts a lifetime. Lymphocytes originate from the stem cells of the bone marrow and can travel and multiply in response to appropriate stimulation. If you've heard the term T cells or B cells, these are referring to different types of lymphocytes. Both T and B cells recognize and help eliminate foreign molecules, but they do so in different ways. Lymphocytes are distinguished from other cells by their capacity to recognize foreign molecules by means of receptor molecules. A receptor molecule is a special protein whose shape is designed to fit foreign molecules. Think of this molecule as a key that fits into a lock. Any foreign material that binds specifically to a receptor molecule is called an antigen. Antigens include molecules found on invading microorganisms such as viruses, bacteria, protozoans, and fungi, as well as molecules located on the surface of foreign substances such as pollen, dust, or transplanted tissue. Certain antigens can induce immune response when they bind to a receptor molecule. One of the many incredible abilities of the immune system is that it keeps a record of every microbe it has ever defeated in your entire life. This enables the immune system to recognize and destroy the microbe quickly if it enters the body again before it can multiply and make you feel sick. Remember that. One of the many incredible abilities of the immune system is that it keeps a record of every microbe it has ever defeated, including every virus, especially things like coronavirus. However, some infections like the flu and the common cold have to be fought many times because so many different viruses or strains of the same type of virus can cause these illnesses and the same symptoms. Therefore, catching a cold or flu from one virus does not give you immunity against the others. Record keeping is how we acquire immunity through vaccinations. The immune system is triggered by a small amount of an illness to produce antibodies. This enables the body to quickly launch an immune attack to kill off the virus for future exposure. The problem that you run into there is that this type of immunity, because it's not natural, is not a permanent type of immunity. So it is very different than naturally acquired immunity. Anything that is natural is lifelong. Anything that is done through induction, such as a vaccine, requires a booster because it is not a naturally acquired immune response. What we are exposed to dictates our acquired immunity. For example, where we live, vaccinations given at birth, and our exposure to different environmental conditions all impact our ability to fight off various diseases. If you've ever experienced allergies when visiting someplace for the first time, this is due to the exposure of something your system is not already familiar with. The next time you visit, you may not have the same reaction for which you thank acquired immunity. Because we are all exposed to different pathogens, we all have unique immune defenses. This means immune systems vary from person to person. While we all have similar innate responses, such as skin barrier, our acquired immunity can be vastly different. In fact, recent studies have found that our history and environment, like where and with whom we live, are responsible for 60 to 80% of the differences between individual immune systems, while genetics account for the rest. And let me expand upon that. Genetics is not the entire story. Epigenetics, the way that your environment influences the expression of your genes, is really the bigger, more powerful system when you think about the way the immune system works. An overactive immune system can result in a number of conditions, including allergies and autoimmune diseases. Allergic diseases include allergies to foods, medications, or stinging insects, anaphylaxis, hay fever, sinus infections, asthma, hives, dermatitis, and eczema. These conditions result when the immune system makes an overly strong response to allergens. Autoimmune diseases include multiple sclerosis, autoimmune thyroid disease, type 1 diabetes, systemic lupus erythematosus, rheumatoid arthritis, and systemic vasculitis. When the immune system mounts a response against normal components of the body, autoimmune disease is to blame. An underactive immune system, also known as immunodeficiency, does not function correctly and makes people vulnerable to infections. It can be life-threatening in severe cases. Immunodeficiency can be inherited and includes conditions such as common variable immunodeficiency, also known as CVID, X-linked severe combined immunodeficiency, also known as SCID, and complement deficiencies. Immunodeficiency can also arise as a result of medical treatment or be caused by another disease, such as HIV, AIDS, or certain types of cancer. Now that you have a more in-depth understanding of the immune system and how it works to protect us, let's take a look at ways to strengthen your immune system. The ability to boost immunity and immune function is complex and is continually under study. This is due to the fact that the immune system is a system. It requires balance and harmony among its parts. The interconnectedness of this immune response is extremely complex. And more importantly, let me stop calling it the immune system. Let's really call it the neuroimmune system, because the guidance of the nervous system ultimately dictates the success, strength, and effectiveness of your immune system. So let's take a look at the effects of lifestyle being researched to give your immune system a boost. Your first defense is to live a healthy lifestyle. Not only will your immune system benefit, but every part of your body will function better by following the following tips. Number one, don't smoke. Eat a diet high in fruits and vegetables. Get adjusted regularly. There are many research studies that show that getting adjusted has a massive impact on the strength of your immune system. One study showed that each time that you get adjusted, your immune system secretes up to 20% more floating white blood cells than what you were secreting prior to coming in for the adjustment. A couple of longer-term studies show that people that get adjusted have an immune system that will mature to be 200% stronger than people that don't get adjusted, which is a really profound number. Exercising regularly is crucial. Maintain a healthy weight. If you drink alcohol, drink only in moderation. Get adequate sleep. Take steps to avoid infections, such as washing your hands frequently, and try to minimize stress. Stress can absolutely destroy your immune system. It's been well established that people who are malnourished are also more vulnerable to infectious disease. Another group of individuals who are susceptible to micronutrient malnutrition is the elderly. This is because older people tend to eat less and often have less variety in their diets. Micronutrient deficiencies, for example, deficiencies of things like zinc, selenium, iron, copper, folic acid, and vitamins A, B6, C, and E may dramatically alter the immune response. If you suspect that your diet's not providing you with all the micronutrients you need, taking a daily multivitamin and mineral supplement may help increase the power of your immune system. That's a very, very powerful recommendation. Please heed that. Chronic stress is very, very common in today's society, especially with the times that we're living in. Our busy schedules and packed social calendars demand more from us than at any other time in human history. Other stressors, such as financial burdens and anxiety, all contributed to chronic stress, let alone the stress that we have gone through with all of these crazy COVID times. When we experience stress, hormones are released in the body. This is helpful when we're in danger and need to flee safety. However, when under constant, continuous chronic stress, these hormones remain present throughout the day. The result of chronic stress leads to a never-ending list of diseases and illness, ranging from depression to heart attack. During times of stress, the immune system may also be inhibited, and I will tell you, we see this constantly. Therefore, regularly participating in stress-reducing activities is not only beneficial to overall health, but general immunity as well. So that's exercise, yoga, brain tap, getting adjusted, all of those. I've covered a ton of information today. So if you have questions, what I'd like you to do is do me a favor, drop those questions down in the comment section wherever you are listening to or watching this presentation. If you are watching this on YouTube or Facebook, drop it in the comments beneath and we'll make sure to get back to you. If you are listening to this in a podcast, drop this underneath the comment section, or you can even go to our website and send us questions directly through our website, which is elitefamilykairos.com. I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to join us for this experience. The topic of immunity is totally vital to your health. It's vital to our health, it's vital to our kids' health. So please take this information, let it sink in and process it. And if you have questions about it, please revisit this and send them to us. The topic of immunity is absolutely vital. The more we know about how the body works, the better we are equipped to defend ourselves from diseases. If you'd like to learn more about your health, you can schedule a consultation with us at any point in time by calling us at 440-230-2300 or go to www.elitefamilykairos.com to learn more. Now, most importantly, guys, it's your turn. Take this information, use it. I would encourage you so highly to take this information and run with it, implement it in your lives, so that you can start seeing the improvements that are possible in your immune system once you get this entire picture put together. God bless you guys. This is Dr. Scott Haggerty. Have a blessed day.